Barcelona. Going to have a look at the monument dedicated to Christopher Columbus. Is a memorial. You know, when Christopher Columbus he sailed from the south of Spain, Columbus came back here. So Barcelona was the city to report about the discovery to the king and queen. And much later, at the end of the 19th century, him too much, because, you know, he's pointing east. So it from Plaza Catalunya, from the square, and now that's the other end of that street. Yard, here on the right. In the last years, the city has been constructing new things also here. So maybe if you look at the right, like heading 2 o'clock, you can see almost in the middle of this century, but now it's just the port office. We have two zoos next door. This building on the corner to the right side is the Zoological Museum now, but people call it the Castle of the Three Dragons. And this was a restaurant, right? It was built in the 19th century for a restaurant and now has become the museum for an exhibition. Here on the park, used to be the place with the pavilions for this World Trade Fair. And the World Trade Fair, the first one, was in 1888. The arch was built then to welcome this in that building. 33 floors and all glass on the outside. Here don't really like the show. So we don't know about the future. There is a debate in the regional parliament to stop it, and so they say that it's going to be going on for another couple of years, but then
150 years to build this church and it's still not finished. They take that finished body in 2026. The original architect died in 1926. And they're still building this bloody thing. Bloody weird.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, behind me will be the main entrance to this building when they eventually made it, okay? And the work you can see going on the street have actually nothing to do with
This is a model of what this church is going to look like. This is the other side of the church. A monumental scale. We're going to see the facade. This is supposed to be the front of it all.
appreciate the difference. See? Jesus.
And this is the other side of it. It's got 4 towers as well. Still working on this bloody thing. Interesting to go inside and have a look at this thing. Exactly the same as the other side.
Expensive these days because the city hasn't got land left, so you know, very expensive.
Heading out to those mountains today, Montserrat. That's this afternoon.
They keep open opening new motorways and highways and factories, and so all the green difficulties to do this, and the kids get used to go, so it becomes a family place as well. The bridge is under construction and wants to connect this motorway with an. You can imagine this mountain is a good place if you intend to be in complete isolation. You want to be in meditation, going there, you can get a little place under a rock or, in these caves and formations that are really excellent for this type of life. Right? Nowadays, nobody lives in those tiny small chapels, the hermitages. We only have religious people living in the monastery, related to the activity in the. Imagine they were really dedicated to that activity. As far as in the monks living in here are 80. The number is not growing. The masses and new buildings are there. For instance, due to the number of people going, visiting, and so, nobody cleans it or makes your food, you have to do everything, but you get the key of a room, very simple, very austere, and you can be there for a number of days in meditation. You share some of the prayers with the monks, so in a retreat. Oh my God, this train.
Catch up with this steam train, hopefully. There it is, the old steam train.
They take advantage of technology. You will not be served a coffee by monk. They are not working themselves in the coffee shops or restaurants. So they have important art collection. They have plenty of paintings, sculptures, liturgic objects, crosses, lots of things. And they have it there in a museum. In the church of the monastery, above the altar, inside the church, there is presented the Virgin of Montserrat, of Montserrat, to whom some people go and pray and ask favors. This is another reason why some people come here. Some religious people come here as if they went to Fatima, Lourdes. So people come in here by public transport. They may take the train in the village wherever they live, and they get off here. The village, the mountains, the views, lovely. The higher we go, the better views we are going to have.
There's the monastery. We're going all the way up there.
See, the forms of the rocks are really special. Is all very new because of this process of refurbishment that has been on and on for a long time in the 19th century and 20th century. Is where the little train goes up and down. There is a railway for the little funicular to reach the monastery and comes from
getting up there, about halfway up.
It's a special choir in school for a certain amount of time, and that's it. The singing of the choir is in Latin and Catalan, so it's Gregorian singing in these two languages, all right? Now, the condition or the reason why a child is in the choir is definitely their voice. It could be of any family. Today is a working day, a school day. They sing together, they've recorded the songs, the hymns. You can get a CD if if anybody liked on the bus, with a bell tower, and that is a convent for nuns. There will be a nice parade by the altar inside of the church. You can see them, and they will be there singing a little bit. Not a long time, only 10 minutes. From 1 o'clock to 10 past 1, they do 3 songs, 3 hymns. Remember the Latin, and then at the end one in Catalan. Right? So, but if you like to see them, or to hear their lovely voices, you can do so because they will be there. They usually do these on the working days, only 10 minutes because then it's before the singing. Because as you can understand, this means now upon arrival, you are with me. First we stop for toilets here and go up with me for the orientation tour. And then you're free to stay in the chairs for the
cable car that comes up here. There's the cables. Looks like a walking track. Must have been the ancient one they used.
Engineer, you ask you the certificate.
Got a restaurant here. Bus parking. Looks like an elevator. And the monastery's back in through there. I'll look at in a minute. Into the church, we're going to see some
Aqui
singing.
só pra tua máquina.
There's something up there on the top of that rock. There's something up there, can't make it out. A monument. Well, this is a view overlooking Montserrat town, so to speak. With that highway down there, looks like a freeway next to the river. And there's the goat track that we just came up.
Township in the distance.
And that track leads over to that monastery. It looks like it might be quarters. There's goat track. So that's that goat track.
Pode bater.
Well, you can walk around to that place, but that's about all.
Girls there.
And then above that one, you look up there, there's actually another building right on the very top of that.
Então, tu subir na garrafinha.
There's buildings on the top of this place everywhere.
Subir no lugar da garrafinha. Daí tu vai
And that's the
aparecer, vai
ridge
aparecer atrás. Isso.
of the range.
Yes.
And there is definitely another building behind us, up there. There. Definitely another building up there.
Não. Vira ao contrário.
Well, there's the goat track down there. Birds. Almost vertical down there. Woo. Here's the church.
This is the cremallera, and that's the Legita. And the building down there, where is a yellow teleferic sign, this is where the cable car brings the people up here. Remember, from the bottom up here. And then the building with these windows, this building here, is the one for the kids.
And there's another monorail from this level. It goes all the way up to the bloody top up there. Takes you right to the very top. And this is the church entrance.
And in that section over there is where they keep the books and the library, which could be visited if you have visited appointments or you are a person doing research in this places in the world. That's the main doorway.
boys are going to be up there singing shortly. The place is pretty much packed. So that's an organ up there. Oh, there's another organ down there. We've got people up there touching the Virgin Mary. And one up there above the organ.
La comunitat de monjos ens alegrem de la vostra visita. Desitgem que l'estada en aquest santuari de la Mare de Déu us doni el welcome to Montserrat. The community of monks that live in this monastery are pleased to welcome you on your visit. We hope that your stay in this Marian sanctuary will give you peace of heart and will be for you an opportunity.
On the top of this mountain, I've just spotted the Mediterranean. It's way over there. Very hard to see in the smog. But the Mediterranean Ocean is just through there. Taking a new
We can
road
see
back
the road
across.
we use on the way up. We came from the village at the bottom of the mountain, convent, the building with the bell tower, you can see now on that hill down to the ground. And they have it for the supply in the convent and also for the making of the ceramics, you know, the pieces and so on. It's now on the right side of the road.
There's the oldest chapel, 10th century chapel.
Now, when they have to do lots of repairings or restoration or whatever they have to do in the monastery, in the complex, it snows in Montserrat, as it snows in the Pyrenees. It does not snow in Barcelona, that's very strange. But you know, Montserrat gets some snow, not the whole winter, for a long time. Could be a couple of weeks, or Christmas, January, February, depending. We still come, even in the winter, not as many people as later on in summer and in the good weather.
Alright, we just left Barcelona, we're on our way to Monaco. Just 700k drive. Back into the French, over the French border from Spain. This is the Pyrenees. It's raining. French border checkpoint. Didn't check us. Continue. That's on the way to Monaco, and that is a part of the Mediterranean Sea. Come down towards the coast. France. Not too far. There's a river running alongside us. And it looks like it's going to rain. Very black out there in front of us. A big storm before we get to Marseilles. Very flat countryside. Lots of grapevines. Lots of wet paddock where they grow rice. Where they do bullfighting down this neck of the woods. Still on our way to Monaco. Hasn't got to Marseilles yet. Playing inside the canal. It's too hard to see. Spotted glider, I think. Moving on down the road. Trying to get to Marseilles yet. Other old buildings. The place is full. Rubbish tip, but there's lots of lights there. Oh, I can't see them. Yeah, that's the turn off to Marseilles. If you're going to Marseilles on the coast, you go down that road there. We're turning left and going off down towards Monaco. Go through a tunnel. Yeah, we're going through a tunnel. In a second. And this is the back mountains of southern France. Very much like Australia. Travelling through the south of France. Still in southern France.
Oh, people were on a waiting list. And we have
Still travelling through the southern part of France. Some military vehicles coming across.
Largest town was Nice, but what the British found
On our way down to
unpleasant
Nice, about 76 k's away.
was the poverty. The name of Lewis Wade. The Boulevard des Anglais, the Boulevard of the English. Now today, as I mentioned, Nice is a big university.
Still driving into Monaco, at least about 60 k's out. Quite a few mountains around us at the moment. It's the road over there. Slowly here. I'm just coming into Cairns now. This is Cairns or the French Riviera.
See a little more development now.
That's the airport behind all that.
And that's where Mr. Bean ended up when he went on holiday. Actually, if you enjoy boats, if you like boats, you'll be in heaven in Monaco. Although Cannes has certainly a very nice marina, Monaco tends to attract on the French Riviera. To the right hand side, you should be able to catch a glimpse as we come up and around this curve of Cannes.
There's Monaco. The Mediterranean coast.
Watch a train.
Three buildings. They're similar in design. Actually date back to the 1970s. Quite a radical design at the time.
Is this Nice, Andrew?
No, there's a sign, Nice.
It's a flowing river. Running really hard.
Well, it's just not going our way, is it? The road up to St Paul that way is...
Driving down the back streets of Monaco.
Now,
Going to
as we go away up this road here, you can start to see the views out to our right hand side of the town. straight out to our right on the hill.
That's St Paul's.
There's a wall that surrounds it that actually dates to the middle of the 16th century. And that was during the time of the rule of Francois I of France parking area. And I'll walk up with you. Walk from the parking area.
Going up to St Paul's there. St Paul's, going through that left. Just outside the church. Or the St Paul's. Going down here. This is actually the village of St Paul's. And the wall's down here. This is just outside the wall. Little old cottages and cafes, and that's looking back down to the valley that's bound towards Monaco. We're going to go inside and go upstairs and have a look. The actual pathway is just full of lucky stones, probably for grip. Inside there's just lots of streets inside the wall with shops. Lots of shops everywhere. The laneway leading off to the balcony down here. We'll go down so we can video the view. Very quaint little places. Very quaint. These will overlook the city of Monaco. Little cafes. And this is on top of the wall. Looking down. Oh, vineyards down there. And it's overlooking Monaco. And it's down where those 3 hotels are. And there's the Mediterranean. Give ourselves a pot with a hole in it. It's leaking water. Famous monument. It's like a little grotto, isn't it?
Where that is. We talk of, you know, so you won't need no sense whatsoever. So I'll suggest a direction instead. If you walk out of the hotel, just slowly walk up through the gardens, and there's a street there with several restaurants on it.
Look at that. This massive hotel down there below us. This is looking at the Mediterranean with all the cruise ships out there.
Down below is Cap d'Ail, d'Ail. So this is still France.
This is still France.
Which means toys are sit down.
And that's the old town of Monaco.
That's That's the
Lovely tree.
old town of Monaco.
Look at how many cranes there is, Buzz. There's cranes everywhere.
Marina down there. Oh, God, it's in all
Birds.
Into the sea.
Rich toys.
This man's toys.
Oh, look at the size of the tennis courts down there. That's the old part of Monaco. Monte Carlo Harbour. Cruise ship soon. And our hotel is right next to the Grand Casino, which is just there. And that's where the Grand Prix is going to be held on. And it's straight across.
Right at the front.
The front,
Oh, this one here, facing us.
That's where the
Okay.
place is. Right past our hotel. And this is looking back up into the hillside.
Sorry, I didn't get to see this side.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Going down to the hotel.
And then the harbour, the marina.
Oh, look at the harbour. Look at those ships down there. Look at the boats. And that's the mountains up above us.
Look at this. Wow.
So once again, breakfast anytime from 7 until 11 tomorrow, Horizon Restaurant. And it's the 7th floor, if you'll probably be coming by lift. So immediately above us, above these gardens, the other side of the wall is the Prince's Palace.
That's the Prince's Palace. Going through a tunnel, right?
Oh, look at that. There's the big screen. Oh, there's the
Okay.
track. Oh, you missed it. The race, the entrance for the racetrack.
You see the grid positions on the road here.
There's all the grid positions on the road.
Press boxes and what have you around us.
Yeah, there's the grid positions. Those are all the camps for the cars.
So of course normally none of this is here. This is just a regular street. No, the buildings aren't there either. No, nothing's here. No, it's an open field.
Look at all the cars.
So, and all this is a very short walk from the hotel, so you can come back here. So there are a couple of little restaurants, nice little restaurants down on the water's edge, down below us to the right. If you want to come back down here, that's a nice area to be.
Look at the boats.
As you can see, the old town is just across there. It's really very close.
Oh, there's me boat.
And now, wanted to bring you up here just to show you, give you an orientation so you can see. Now we are going to be coming into the main square.
No.
Who's the big white one?
Up here, this is the Hotel de Paris, the Paris Hotel. And you'll see it again as we come around.
There's the main square. Yeah. Got a resort getting built right on the edge of the cliff up there.
And as we come around the top of the gardens here, you'll be able to look down to the right-hand side and you're looking straight at the Grand Casino.
The gardens. Oh yeah. There's the Grand Casino down there. Trees in the road.
Buy it at St Paul. Where did he buy it? St Paul.
Just there.
Yeah, St Paul. I just don't know. St Paul. I couldn't understand what's on there.
Casino down there. Grand Casino. And this is all main square.
All scaffolding on it too.
This all must be all water shows, fountains. You've got this all blocked off because of the Formula One race.
Well, they didn't want to let us go.
Just taking a drive around the back streets of Monte Carlo.
If you're looking for sort of souvenirs, anything to do with the race, you'll find them in these little tents here to our right-hand side.
Look at them all.
Think so either.
It's the casino.
We were thinking that. Well, I was thinking earlier.
Look around the gardens.
Back right here.
We're on the track. We're on the Grand Prix Formula One track. We'll be racing on this tomorrow.
So these steps to our right are what takes you up to the
That's the Grand Casino up there. This is our hotel right here, overlooking the track.
Don't get a view of the track, we'll get a view of the ocean.
That's our
I'll get
hotel.
the keys allocated. If you have any questions about where to go, what to do, I'll be around here doing luggage for a little while, so please just come and ask. Otherwise, I will see you at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon.
What a flash hotel this one is. Really flash hotel. We've got Porsches out the front, and we've got Aston Martins. My God,
Off we go.
flash cars we've got sitting out here. BMW Sports. This is the Fairmont. Whereabouts are we? Fairmont Monte Carlo Hotel. This is the next morning. This place is incredible. This is the inside of the foyer area. And tried to get a coffee down here last night, and they wouldn't give me a coffee because I had shorts on. So they've got shops and all in here. Red's just gone in. Red's just gone in there for some reason. We're going to go for a walk around town. The boats are out here. I saw Michael Douglas this morning, breakfast. People have got their cruise ships here. This place is incredible. The amount of money that people have got. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You've got these flash tenders running around to the cruises out here, picking up people and bringing them ashore. What they have in the old days. There's a big clipper out here. Cars will stop doing trials for the moment. You should go down soon later. There's another one of these boats going out. Posh people are probably going out to their cruiser. This is more of the hotel. 4 years down that way where the reception is. Another dining room here. This place got dining rooms all over it. And there's Monte Carlo. Well, a part of it. Really big cruise ships in here. Things like the Shark-O's. The hotel perched right on the edge up there. And filthy rich live up here. This is the hotel here. From the hotel we're looking at the casino, the Royal Casino, whatever they call it. This was built here many years ago. Very famous. I think it was in 007 movie, I think. This is the centre.
I'm surprised he's really bounced back.
The centre foyer of the hotel. And this is rooms face this way and they also face outwards as well. We've got a room facing inwards. Of course, the rooms facing outwards today for 3 nights cost $20,000 for City Green Cream. Still waiting for them to do some more track runs.
Dei rifornimenti quest'anno, perciò importanti modifiche nella progettazione delle monoposte, però anche rimescolamento delle strategie collegate. Un'altra norma è il ritorno alle qualifiche conservatori scarichi e questa cosa comporta dei compromessi nell'assetto delle monoposte. Tra l'altro non sono consentite le regolazioni.
Diejenigen, die hier auf den Naturtribünen das Rennen verfolgen und dann das Rennwochenende vor uns. Um 10 Uhr geht's los. Das erste freie Training der Formel 1. Der hat momentan 22 Punkte auf seinem Konto.
we've come away from the racing, we've come up to a corner where we're going to try and catch a bus. There's Lloyd's across the road. This place just reeks of money. Cars rocking past here. Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, hey. Cheers.
More of the view. Going away for the castle at the moment. A little bit higher up this walkway. There's a few more of these bloody ships. Try and get a walk down there to have a look at them. Alright, into the castle. We're going into the palace.